Now the question is, how can a white person anywhere avoid being a racist? Simply by deciding that they ain't playing no more. They ain't going to practice it. That when they see a black person, they are going to help a black person on basis of two things. Two things. I said this to an audience that had white people in it a couple of days ago, because somebody raised that question, a white person. I said, two things to remember. Guarantee that no person that you encounter on this planet is mistreated. That's number one. Just two things. Number two, guarantee that the person who needs help the most gets the most help. That's all you got to remember. If you walk up on an accident in the street, one person is walking around with a cut on their arm, bleeding. Another person is in a burning vehicle with both legs broken. Who needs the most help? The one in the burning vehicle. Now, both of them need help, but you pick out the person that needs help the most and go to that person first. Now, in almost any situation, that automatically means black people. And there's a word for that. It's called justice. Not a new word. So that's how a white person can avoid being a racist. Now, once they go in that direction, saying, I'm going to dedicate my entire existence on this planet to helping the people who need help the most and guarantee that ain't nobody mistreated. That's a hard tightrope to walk. But see, being a victim of racism is harder than that. So any white person that doesn't want to do it just becomes a racist suspect. So you never call a white person a racist. You just say what constitutes suspicion of them being one. No, don't be accused. See, because you can't prove that they are racist. Because in a racist system, and you are a victim, how are you going to prove that a racist is a racist? If you watch, it's a scientific way of getting a racist to reveal who they are. Dr. Welsing did it on the Donahue show. I knew she was going to do it because, see, counter-racism is a science. Racism is a science. It's an exact science, just like playing checkers. Just like any other science. It's a social science, but it's exact. It has precise laws like physics. And counter-racism, what we're trying to construct here, is the same thing. So what did Dr. Welsing do on the Donahue presentation? She didn't call anybody a racist. She described what a racist was. And a white lady in the audience stood up and said, you know, from what she's saying, I'm a racist. You saw it, didn't you? It's much more effective than calling somebody a racist. Will the real racist stand up? See, and then you orchestrate your words in such a way that the real racist can't sit still. And so they have to stand up. See? And reveal to the court of the world that that's who they are. Now, I don't know whether she knows it or not, but now she's in a trick bag. I mean, you know, she has confessed to a major crime of this planet, which means, now, suppose, let's give, just for the sake of scenario, that same lady walked off that TV set and walked into an office where she works with me. And she is trying to get a job that I'm after. I already got it. See, when I walk into the EO office, I said, didn't you see this lady? She was on television 2 days ago. She said she was a racist. You going to hire a racist for this position? And admit it, felon? That's what we're talking here. We're talking heavy timber. This is a major crime all over the world. She has admitted to it. Now, I don't know whether she knew what she was doing, but this is the science of doing it. Do you see what I'm trying to say? See, codification is supposed to be practical. See, we have gotten all the background material on these walls here, and we need it. We need all this background material. Read all these books. See? You know, digest as much as you can. Then you go forward with a set of codes about what to do about every situation that comes up, on a job, any place. And this is how it's done. Now, what happened, just following that scenario, what happened in that same setting? A black female stood up and said, I resent you saying that you're a racist. See how black people are? See, we are so afraid of this thing called racism that we want white people, even when they are practicing racism, to deny that they're doing it. So we'll feel good. See? No, it's no, but go with it. That's the way to go. And keep going with it.